Hello, Camp Promise families, and welcome, kids. Today we want to continue with the Easter story. But, kids, you know what happened before we start with the word up, right? We have worship time. So, I will put 2 songs under this video with the link, and you can listen to these songs and do the worship with your family or with your siblings together. So, have fun! Okay, so welcome back. And today, before I start with the story, I have a question for you. Think about emergency situations, like a fire, someone choking, or a car accident. How would you get help in these situations? Calling the movie theater or a car salesperson? I don't think so. Normally we would call the emergency number 911 or a hospital or someone who can actually help us. You know what? In today's story, Jesus was very upset because he knew something terrible was just about to happen. Jesus went to talk to the only one who could really help, and that was and is God. So let's have a look. Judas Iscariot was one of the 12 disciples of Jesus. He followed Jesus and listened to the things Jesus taught. Judas was Jesus' friend at first, but then he decided he did not want to be Jesus' friend. In fact, he decided he would do something very bad to Jesus. There were some other people, the Jewish leaders. They did not like Jesus because the people listened to Jesus instead of them. They hated Jesus so much that they wanted to kill him. Judas went to these Jewish leaders to make a plan to hurt Jesus. They decided they would arrest Jesus and make him stop teaching about God. The Jewish leaders told Judas they would pay him 30 pieces of silver, lots of money back in these years, if he would help them find Jesus. Judas ate a special meal with Jesus and the other disciples. Remember what disciples means? Yes, you're right. It means follower. This was a meal that the Jewish people had each year to celebrate leaving slavery in Egypt. Kids, hopefully you remember the stories of the Israelites and how they were able to leave Egypt. Before the meal was over, Judas left to go tell the Jewish leaders where Jesus was. He betrayed Jesus. Jesus knew that would happen before it happened. He knew that he was going to die soon. He knew that Judas was going to betray him. He also knew that the other disciples would not help him either. All these things would happen because Jesus had to die on the cross. If Jesus did not die on the cross, then he could not save people from their sins. During the meal, Jesus told his disciples that he was going to die soon. He also told them that they would all leave them. That made the disciples very sad. They did not believe Jesus. Peter said, "Not me, Jesus. I will never leave you." Jesus looked at Peter and said, "Peter, you will leave me. You will deny me 3 times before the rooster crows in the morning." After this, Jesus and the disciples left and went to a place called Gethsemane. Jesus told his disciples to wait while he went ahead to pray. He asked Peter, James, and John to come with him. When they got to a place where they could be alone, Jesus told Peter, James, and John to wait and stand guard while he prayed by himself. You should pray too, Jesus said. Bad things are going to happen, and you will need courage to be good. Jesus prayed to God. He asked God to help him to do the right thing. He did not want to have to die, but he wanted to do it if that is what God wanted him to do. Jesus went back to his friends. They were not praying like he had told them to. Okay, kids, guess what they were doing instead? They were sleeping. Jesus told them to wake up. Then he went back and prayed 2 more times. Each time he came back, he found Peter, James, and John sleeping. The last time Jesus told them to wake up because a crowd of people were coming with torches and swords. Guess who was leading the crowd of people? It was Judas. He was bringing the people to arrest Jesus. How will we know which man to arrest? The people in the crowd asked Judas. In those times, students used to kiss their teacher on the cheek when they saw them. Jesus is my teacher, just watch, Judas said. I will kiss Jesus, then you will know which one to arrest. When Judas came to Jesus, he kissed him on the cheek. The man with the torches and swords arrested Jesus and started to take him away. Peter was very upset. He couldn't believe they were going to arrest Jesus. Jesus had never done anything wrong. Peter pulled out a sword and tried to protect Jesus. He cut off the ear of the servant of one of the Jewish leaders. Jesus was not happy with Peter. He told Peter to stop fighting. Jesus put his hand on the servant's ear, and the man's ear was healed. Jesus knew God wanted him to go with these men. So he left. He did not even fight them. All of the disciples were very frightened. They all ran away so they would not be arrested. Jesus' friends left him just like Jesus said they would. That was the story for today. Are you excited what will happen next? You will find it out tomorrow with Eagle. But for the end, I have a little quiz for you. So, I will ask you these questions. I have 3 questions and you will find the answers under the video. But I trust you that you will not cheat and that you will try to answer these questions. Question number 1. Who betrayed Jesus to the Jewish leaders? Question number 2. What did Jesus do in the Garden of Gethsemane? And question number 3. 3 apostles were supposed to keep watch while Jesus prayed. What did they do instead? I can give you a hint. The names of the 3 apostles, the disciples of Jesus, were Peter, James, and John. So what did they do instead of keep watching and praying? Okay, so that was my story and my word up for today. I hope you had a lot of fun at home, and also for the end I have a craft for you, because normally we would have free time now, right kids? So I have a craft for you today. It's a little book or a little 3D picture. I don't know. So it's about the story, and you can find all the Bible verses of the story here, and pictures, and also a sentence, a memory sentence. And I will put this material also with a link under this video, so you can ask your parents if they are able to print it off for you, and then you can do it. Also, I did that for you, so I have a tutorial how you can craft this thing, so you can craft with me together. For that, you only have to press the button of the next video. Okay, bye bye, see you next time.